It's a bit nerve-wracking to step into a room of heavyweight musicians with a handful of songs you've written, especially when you haven't had much experience playing with them. Luckily, when you choose the right guys, it gets a whole lot easier. You set up, you tell a few jokes, share some stories, and then before you know it, you're off to the races.
None more ready than Sir Drew.
Then it just becomes fun.
Alright, are we good? Let's rock it, dude. 1, 2, 1, 2.
For this project, we really wanted to capture the energy of a band playing live in the room. To me, music feels so much more real that way. So we would take a song, jam on it for a while, work out any changes, then lay down some takes. With the caliber of players we were fortunate enough to have, we were able to move from song to song fairly quickly. At all, we had the foundation of the album tracked. After a couple sessions with the guys, I started to realize that everyone was genuinely getting into the music, and it really helped me relax. So much so that when we broke off into smaller groups, I felt completely comfortable working one-on-one or going back and forth with them. So we got a day in with just Pat, Randall, and myself to tackle what was left for the rhythm section. Then we were able to bring Randall back to tie up any loose ends with regards to the bass. And at that point, I started to get to work on rhythm guitars. Once those were in place, Sean was able to come out and add a little more magic to the mix. It was pretty cool to sit with these guys and learn from their experience. When we started discussing what the album should be called, there were a lot of ideas thrown around, but there was one more than the others that we kept leaning toward. Will it be heaven or hell that'll take me? And that was Heaven and Hell. Will it be heaven or hell when my days are few? Will it be heaven or hell that'll take me? Will it be heaven or hell when I break Guitars have always been my favorite part of the recording process. I tend to really lose myself in them and the gear, to the point where if I didn't have another set of hands to help hold the reins, I would probably never stop adding layers to the mix. It's just the gear and the sounds, you form such a deep connection to them, which makes it so easy to just shut the world out and play. So it's good that I have someone to help pull me back to reality when I need it. When Sean came in, he really encouraged me to take the next step and do some lead playing of my own. And that was a big moment for me.
I think you should solo some on this one.
As someone I look up to, him having faith in my abilities gave me a huge confidence boost. I've always been geared more towards rhythm playing, so we kind of wanted to approach my leads a little differently. I'm just not the type of guy who start blowing changes on the fly. So I kind of have to sit down and piece my ideas together based on what's already been put down. There were a couple of times where what the guys played breathed new life into the songs, and they opened me up to new ideas. Those indefinable nuances led to some pretty interesting parts, and I'm really happy with them. Every song on this album had to pass a certain test to make the cut. That test was, does this still work stripped down to the bare essentials of just my voice with a guitar or a piano? Basically, they had to stand on their own based on what I was singing. Because at the end of the day, it's all about the vocals. Everything else is just there to support them. As a songwriter, I want people to connect with the words I'm putting forward, to interpret them in a way that's unique to their life, their experience. And in order to do that, you have to make things engaging. So throughout the entire recording process, Dave would really help me focus on making sure the vocals stood out, perfecting and tweaking melodies or lyrics until everything felt right. And if ever I was unsure of those things, I would come to Dave and we would work on them together. A lot of times that would put me back behind a guitar or the piano so we could hone in on where the song naturally wanted to go. Sometimes you need an outside voice to help shift your perspective and get you thinking differently. You can get in your own head and start beating yourself up when things aren't coming naturally. Whether it's with lyrics or if you're having an off day as a singer. Every so often, you gotta let someone help you get the ball rolling again. Help you shift your mindset back to a positive place. Because that's when things really start to come together. When we started all of this, Dave would say to me, serve the song, serve the project. And over time, as he would reiterate that, it's amazing how things started to fall into place.